Hey guys, Mr. Mac here with another art lesson, and today we're going to be creating a Notan. It's a sort of Japanese paper cut picture where you create light and dark contrasting shapes that end up looking like shadows and reflections. So all you're going to need is a black piece of paper cut small enough so that whatever you're going to stick it onto is quite a bit smaller than that, because we're going to be reflecting our shapes on the outside of the black piece of paper. You're also going to need some scissors, some glue to stick it down with, and I'm going to draw with a white pencil just so you can see it on the video, but a normal pencil would work fine. So the aim of the game is to draw some shapes, cut them out, and then reflect them. And then we can add more detail as we go. So the first shape I'm going to draw over here is a little house. And you'll notice I'm only drawing half the house, because this one I'm going to reflect to the side. Other shapes you can reflect downwards to make it look like a shadow or like a reflection in some water. This one I'm just using the line of symmetry down the middle to make it so I'm going to have like half a white house, half a black house, as you'll see, and I've done a little tree on the left. So I'm just going to cut this house out to show you what that's going to look like. It's really important when you're cutting out Notans that you don't lose anything that you cut out, because everything that you cut is going to be part of your reflected symmetry. So you can see I've just turned that over, and ignoring all the windows and stuff for now, you can see where it's going to reflect to create the whole shape of the house. So now I've shown you that, I can show you how to cut the windows and the door out, and it'll start building up the picture. The door's quite easy to cut out because my line goes all the way up to the edge. If you've got lines to go up to the edge, then this is the easiest sort of thing to cut out. If you got a window, like I've got here, where there's no line from the edge, you've got a couple of options. You can cut in from the edge, as long as you only do one cut in, then cut your shape out, and then when you glue that shape back down, you'll glue it so that you cover that cut up, if that makes sense. Or you can use this little method I'm going to show you here, where you just grab a rubber, or you can use some blue tack, just something soft, and then a sharp pencil, and then I'm just going to poke a hole in the corner of the shape that I want to cut out, just a small hole, because I don't want to lose any of the shape, and then you can just wiggle your scissors in. Kids, be really careful doing this, please. If you're at all unsure about this, or if you're adults at all unsure about this, just cut in from the edge, because you're going to glue it all down at the end anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you've got some extra little cuts, as long as you don't lose any of the bits of paper. So now they're all cut out, I can show you how we position that. So it's exactly symmetrical. You've got half a black door, half a white door, two black windows, two white windows. It's quite a cool effect. So I'm just going to grab my sketchbook and we're going to start sticking stuff in. The first thing you're going to want to do when you start sticking stuff down is probably what I should have done before I started this, is just do a little mark in each corner around your black piece of paper, because you're going to stick all the stuff that you've cut off. You're going to stick that stuff down first, and then we're going to stick our bit of paper down, our central bit of paper down, at the very end, because obviously we need to keep picking that up to cut stuff off it. But we don't need to keep picking up all the extra little bits, so we may as well stick them down so they stay out of the way. So I've sped up the rest here just so you can see what I'm doing. The tree is quite simple, you don't have to do it as detailed as the tree I've done, or you can do it more detailed, doesn't really matter. Again, it's the same method as the house, it's just symmetry. So you just make sure that whatever you draw on one side, as long as that's going to look alright when it's flipped, then it's absolutely fine. The moon is the same. Now the duck at the bottom, I'm doing it more like it's a reflection in the water, so this is not exactly the same. I'm actually drawing the whole duck. I've also drawn a couple of little lines to show like a ripple in the water, and then I'm just going to flip that over. And then what I've actually done is just cut out a couple more little extra bits of the black, just to show the outline of the duck, but this is optional extra. It's really up to you how much detail you add on this. If you just want to do some shapes, flip them over, that will still look really cool, as long as you line them up with the original. So that's it, simple as that. Do have a go at this, I hope that all makes sense. I'm going to show some examples now of some other ideas that you might want to try. You can pause the video to look at them a bit more closely, or you can just Google the word Notan. In Google image search and you come up with loads of ideas. None of these are my ones, only the one I showed in the video was mine. Some are easier, some are harder. If you do have a go, please send it to me using the usual methods. Have fun, stay safe, and I will see you soon.